Halloween 6 through 8 could be coming to 4K this October from Scream Factory. Criterion announces their new September slate, including Blowout in 4K. Could we be seeing a Lost Boys 4K announcement coming soon? And another Kino Lorber Paramount 4K is announced with Indecent Proposal coming this September. All this and more in the latest Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, here today for the Physical Media Report, episode 113. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of Blu-rays and 4Ks. We're going to cover some rumors. We're going to talk about the news and announcements. We're going to talk about deals. We're going to talk about what is new this week. Just tons of stuff that we're going to cover here today on this show, and I'm so happy to be here talking about it with you guys on this Monday afternoon. But before we get into it, I have to ask, if you are not yet a subscriber to the Mid-Level Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. We do tons of physical media content on the channel. Blu-ray 4K reviews, this Physical Media Report every single Monday. Blu-ray hunting videos. If you like 4Ks and Blu-rays, all this stuff behind me, owning the movies that you love, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video and comment down below, guys. If you have anything to say about anything that we discussed here today, let me know what you're the most excited about. Let me know what you're the most amped up for. Let me know what gets your juices flowing the most in that comment section below. And also turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. So let's jump right into it, guys. We're going to start with the rumors. Most of these rumors come to us from the Disc Father on Instagram, but Videodrome could be coming to 4K in late 2022. So this was announced last week, I think, as soon as I was done wrapping the Physical Media Report. That's usually how it happens. Something exciting gets announced like right when I'm done. But Videodrome coming to 4K. No studio announcement for this, but I have to think that this one's probably going to be maybe an October Criterion, because it is a horror film, and you know, Criterion usually likes to put out the scary stuff in October. So I have to think that this one's probably coming in October, or maybe possibly November. But Videodrome coming to 4K. I heard some people, some rumblings saying that maybe Arrow Video is going to get this one. I guess that's a possibility as well. But again, Criterion put this one out before they have the rights to it, at least I would assume. But that Blu-ray was put out in 2010. It is possible they lost the rights. But Videodrome in 4K, I think, will look amazing. This is definitely... I'm not a huge Cronenberg fan, but of all the Cronenberg films, this is probably one of my favorites. So I would be excited to pick up Videodrome in 4K. Just visually speaking, I think it would look fantastic. So Videodrome in 4K. Now let's get to the news that a lot of people were commenting on. Again, another story that broke as soon as I was done wrapped filming the Physical Media Report. But I actually did a video on this like 2 weeks ago, which I reshared to my community tab for you guys to check out if you missed it. But Halloween Curse of Michael Myers is apparently coming to 4K this October. Also, H2O and Resurrection have been heavily rumored to be coming out this October as well. Of course, we got the Halloween 1 through 5 4Ks last October. It would only make sense that they would continue on with the rest of them this year. We are getting Halloween Ends, so it just makes sense with the timing. The hype level for Halloween is at an all-time high right now, so you have to think that it would be smart to put these out this October. But Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, the reason people started talking about this one in particular, just Curse of Michael Myers, was that there was a commentary announced by the writer Dan Ferentz on his Facebook page. So he was talking about doing a commentary for the movie, and of course, like, who else would you be doing? Maybe Arrow Video, but it has to be tied to some kind of special edition Blu-ray 4K release or something. And who else is going to be doing this? Let's be honest here. So everybody jumped to, okay, Scream Factory. These are coming out this year. He's recording the commentary now. It's in line to be coming out this year. And then everybody started jumping on with the H2O, with the Resurrections, and all that stuff. Now, again, no word if any of this stuff is coming out yet. None of this has been announced yet. It's all just being rumored. I'd say of all of them, like, the only one that we're pretty much guaranteed to get at this point is Curse of Michael Myers, because somebody's recording a commentary for it, and we know that. The other ones, we don't really know anything about. So, and the Rob Zombie ones, people are saying aren't going to come at all, because it's hard to get the rights for those. They're Miramax and all that stuff. It's been too hard to secure the rights. So who knows if we're going to get those. I really feel like we might, get those zombie ones too. I know a lot of people are saying that we're not, but I feel like they've got all 5 of them, and they're going to drop them all on us. But again, I could be wrong. Could just be 6 through 8 coming out. But again, he recorded a commentary with the actress Marion Hagen, who plays Kira Strode in Curse of Michael Myers. So again, exciting stuff. I don't love Curse of Michael Myers. It's not my favorite Halloween film, but I think that of all of these, I would be excited to see a 4K transfer of this one the most. I just think that there's the most room for improvement here. Whereas H2O, you could definitely improve and enhance things. You can improve Resurrection as well. But I think I'm just the most excited to see what Curse looks like. Because if I remember correctly, it's just a very dark film. And just visually, I think it's the most flashy in terms of like cinematography and stuff, and just the visual of Michael Myers. There's a lot of like underground sequences where he's walking through and there's like electrocution and stuff. I just think that he could look, they could do some really cool things with a 4K transfer of The Curse of Michael Myers. But yeah, Halloween, H2O, Resurrection, none of this stuff's been announced yet, the zombie stuff, but I'm still going to call it. I'm still of the opinion that they're going to do all 5 of them. I think they got them. I could be wrong, but I'm going to call it. I'm going to make the bold prediction right here that we're going to get the announcement for the rest of the 5 Halloween 4Ks at the beginning of July, because that's when we got the last announcement, was at the beginning of July last year. So I think we're going to get it here in about 2 or 3 weeks for all of these coming out. Again, I could be totally wrong. And the artwork that I'm showing, again, is not the official artwork or anything like that. I'm assuming they're going to keep with the leaves tradition, the fall leaves and stuff, and they're just going to have the different Michael Myers with the fall leaves. And I cannot wait to see the Resurrection mask with the fall leaves in the background. And hopefully Busta Rhymes like peeking over his shoulder. They have to do that. They just have to. But yeah, Halloween, I'm excited for these, I guess. I'll pick them up. You know, I definitely am not going to be as excited for these as I was the first 5, but I'll enjoy watching all of these in 4K and then talking about them with you guys when they come out. So I'll definitely be getting them. The Lost Boys on 4K. Now, this rumor is resurfacing because the UK Warner Brothers has a steelbook on Amazon set to release on October the 31st. So this is set on Amazon.com for the steelbook release of The Lost Boys in the UK only, not in the United States. And I think it's like $25 on there. There's no image, there's none of that kind of stuff, but it's set on Amazon to be coming out on October the 31st. So again, no official release date, no images, but the UK steelbook for The Lost Boys on 4K is set on Amazon for October. So you would have to think that possibly in line with this is going to be a US release. So we have to be getting The Lost Boys this year. It is the 35th anniversary. I doubt they wait 5 more years to do a 40th anniversary of this one. People want this. They know that people want this. It's a huge movie. It's definitely, I feel like, bigger now than it was even in the 80s. Like, everybody talks about this movie. So you would have to think The Lost Boys 4K coming from Warner Brothers this year. It's a no-brainer, so hopefully we get that official announcement coming soon. So that's all of the rumors, guys. Let's get into the official news and announcements. So Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I feel like we've been talking about this one every single week, but it did get a 4K Walmart exclusive cover reveal this past week, so I thought I would show that off. Really cool cover. All these covers are pretty cool, except for like the original 4K release itself. I think that's probably the most bland. But yeah, all the covers, like the Target edition looks really cool. I think I'd probably actually lean towards picking that one up. But the Walmart one doesn't look bad either. So this is scheduled to come out on July the 26th from Disney. So just thought I would show that one. Also the Jurassic World Dominion 4K, you know, for the standalone release of Dominion, and also the 6-film collector set. Those images showed up on Bluray.com. So I don't know. I feel like those are probably going to be the official images, but again, no official announcement of when this is coming out. I would speculate it's probably going to be sometime around August or September to give it that 2-3 month window is usually the standard release window for these physical media releases for the newer films. But one thing I do want to call out is a mistake I made on last week's physical media report. I showed images of what I thought was a steelbook set, and that was not the steelbook set. This is just a regular like collector's edition set with like a Raptor in it and stuff. That's the one that I showed off, and that's the one that's up for pre-order on Best Buy. So that steelbook set is not yet available for pre-order on Best Buy like I announced last week. So I just want to apologize for that error that I made. But yeah, these are the images of what I assume are going to be the official covers that are coming out. They're just not announced yet. We also got Picard Season 2 Steelbook coming out from Paramount on October the 4th. So again, I don't watch this show. I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but it's definitely a cool looking Steelbook. Criterion announced their September announcements, and they were definitely a little bit more exciting than the August ones, in my opinion. We do have the Sound of Metal, which is a Best Picture nominee, I believe, for last year. This one's starring Riz Ahmed. I did watch this movie. I think I watched it on Amazon Prime. I think it was an Amazon Prime exclusive. I thought it was okay. I do want to rewatch it. Maybe it'll hit me a little bit better the second time. I just found it to be quite honestly boring and not very engaging, and I didn't really get into the characters emotionally like I wanted to. But The Sound of Metal, I do want to rewatch it. It's definitely an interesting story. This is getting a 4K and a Blu-ray release coming out on September the 27th. We also have a Blowout coming to 4K starring John Travolta. The movie that everybody lost their mind about. Everybody's excited for this one to come out. And I am so happy that I did not pull the trigger on the Blu-ray release of this, because now I get to own it for the first time in 4K. My only issue with these, and it's the same issue with Scream Factory and Arrow and everybody else. Well, Scream Factory is actually doing something a little bit different, but I wish they would do different cover art with these new 4K releases. Like, I get it, you're just using your old stuff, but it's so hard to like differentiate like when you're in the stores. I know it has the sticker for 4K, but they're not doing anything differently with these 4K discs. If you hold up Blowout in 4K and you hold up the Blowout Blu-ray, it's gonna look the same except for that 4K thing around it, but I think that's only on there if you had the plastic on there. So I don't know, I just wish they would do more to differentiate between it. Maybe some new artwork, maybe just a 4K image at the top or something. I don't know. I just wish there was something there to differentiate it, because it just looks like the same Blu-ray release, so it just doesn't feel as exciting when you see it. But I'm definitely excited to buy this for the first time again on 4K and check it out. A lot of people have said some really great things about this movie. I know Tarantino basically, picked Travolta for the role in Pulp Fiction based on his performance in this movie, so that alone makes me excited to see it. We also have Le Corbeau. I'm terrible with pronouncement, but Le Corbeau coming out on September the 20th. We got Exotica coming out on September the 20th as well, so I've never heard of either one of those. Takeout, which is a Sean Baker film, who did The Florida Project, who did Red Rocket recently. I guess one of his earlier films is coming out on September the 13th. So interesting that they're going back with some of these like new indie filmmakers that are really popping with like A24, because I know they're doing a Safdie Brothers film, one of their earlier films. So interesting that they're going back and kind of mining from these earlier filmographies of like newer directors on the scene. So I do think that's pretty cool. Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project Volume 4 is going to be coming out as well on September the 27th. So that's all for the Criterion September announcements. Definitely some exciting stuff in there. Now let's get to Indecent Proposal coming out to 4K from Kino Lorber and Paramount on September the 27th. So I don't really know too much about this. I know it has Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson, Robert Redford, and it's kind of like I don't really know what it is. I think he like pays somebody to have sex with his wife or something. Is that the premise of the movie? I did find this movie on DVD, I think at a Half Price Books like a year ago, and I bought it, so I have it in the collection. But yeah, now it's getting a 4K. This is a part of the new Paramount Kino Lorber deal, so you're going to be seeing tons of 4K announcements from Kino Lorber within the next year, guaranteed, that are tied to this Paramount deal, because they wouldn't have signed up for the deal if they didn't get a bunch of movies along with it. But Indecent Proposal, I don't know, does this lend itself well to a 4K transfer? Do you think this is going to look really good in 4K? Did it even get a Blu-ray? Again, I have the DVD of it. Is this the first time it's coming to a new Blu-ray 4K format, or even Blu-ray at all for that matter? But Indecent Proposal, I'm definitely excited to check it out when it comes out. Satan's Little Helper is a new horror film coming out from Synapse on October the 25th. So definitely a cool looking title right here. Definitely a cool cover on this one. I am kind of digging the Synapse right now, because I just watched one that I'm probably going to review this week, The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. And I'll just say right now, before I actually review it, like it looked like the Blu-ray transfer, it's a Blu-ray 4K transfer, looked amazing. So I'm definitely excited to check out more Synapse. I think I'm saying it right. Is it Synapse, Schnapps, Peppermint Schnapps? I know everybody corrects me on my pronunciation of this one, and I can't remember what's the right one, but I think it's not Synapse. I think it's Synapse. Synapse, right? But anyway, let's move on. Directed by Walter Hill. So a Walter Hill 6-film collection is coming out on July the 1st from Imprint. We have 6 films in this collection, including Hard Times from 1975, The Driver from 1978, The Long Riders from 1981, Extreme Prejudice, which just got that Vestron video release from 1987, Johnny Handsome from 1989, and Broken Trail from 2006. So this is one that definitely piques my interest, because I am becoming a pretty big Walter Hill fan. Of all the films I've checked out, I think I've watched like 4 of his films this year. I've definitely liked and enjoyed them all, so would want to get more into his filmography for sure. But the only one in this set that I have is Extreme Prejudice, so I think it would be worth it for me to pick this up, because of the other 5 titles that I don't have in the collection, and quite frankly, I've never really heard of. So I'd definitely be excited to pick this one up from Imprint. I still haven't dove into Imprint yet. I don't have one of those in the collection. So this might be a good excuse for me to finally dive into that boutique label. We got the wedding planner coming out from Sony on July the 19th. So all the rom-com, you know, J-Lo, Matthew McConaughey, that early 2000s era where they were really popping as actor and actress. You know, get excited. The wedding planner's coming to Blu-ray. I don't know what to say. Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts Blu-ray coming up from Warner Brothers on August the 9th. We also got the Dragon Ball Z Steelbooks episodes 1 through 131, a 10-disc set, a 10 steelbook set coming out on September the 20th. Definitely an awesome looking steelbook set, but I have zero interest in this because I'm just not a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm not a big anime fan, but people that are, like, this is a premiere set, a really nice looking set that you should definitely get excited for. Now let's get into some physical media woes, guys. We do have the Dog Soldiers 4K from Second Sight delayed until August the 22nd. So again, I've talked about this before. I put this in the physical media woes, but I should really just put it in the regular news category because delays shouldn't really upset us at this point because we've been having so many issues, disc issues, because people are just fast tracking and putting this stuff out, just shoving it on the shelves as quick as they can manufacture it. And at least when they're saying it's delayed, it means that there's something wrong with the production of it and they're trying to work on it. They're trying to fix it. So hopefully, like, this just means we get the best possible version of Dog Soldiers on 4K. Again, we're going to be getting a Dog Soldiers in July from Scream Factory on 4K, but Second Sight is also doing a 4K as well. And Second Sight, look, I just watched and reviewed the Drive 4K set. If this is any indication of where they're going with their 4Ks, like, they're going to be at the top of the mountain, like up there with Arrow Video as far as like 4K transfers pretty soon, because that looked absolutely immaculate. So hopefully they do the same job with Dog Soldiers in 4K. But yeah, that has been delayed until August the 22nd. Pretty sure its initial release date was sometime in July. We also got some deals that I want to talk about. Got some really awesome deals going on this week. We have the Omen Scream Factory box set on sale right now for $25.13. That is an absolute steal. Like, I still go into FYE and see this thing on the shelf for like $60 to $70. So this is 5 films, 5 Omen films in this set. So that's like $5 a movie. Great deal for this, guys. Jump on it right now, and hopefully it's still available, because by the time I put this up on Instagram earlier, so if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely hit the link down below and follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of deals in my stories on there as they happen, instead of waiting for this report, because this one's so good that it could honestly be gone by the time I put this report out today. But $25.13 for the Scream Factory box set, and you're still going to get that big box set with it. So great deal for this one. It's definitely some of the best artwork that Scream Factory's ever done. We also have the Batman 4K for $19.99. So see, a full $10 down from when it initially came out, like a month or so ago, I think. So that's why, guys, you just have to wait sometimes. Like, it's just ridiculous how much these drop, like, within such a short amount of time. The Shawscope collector set from Arrow Video is $89.99. So if you guys missed out on this collector set, I know a lot of people didn't want to pay like the $130 it was when it first came out. It has dropped a full $40 for 12 movies. Definitely worth it right there. It's a great looking box set. I need to dive into those films for sure. Wild Things on 4K is $29.99. Definitely a great release from Arrow Video that I would recommend. Deep Red on 4K for $29.99. This is a great 4K release from Arrow Video that I would absolutely recommend as well. Studio 666, this is the Foo Fighters horror film that came out, I think, a couple of months ago for 22 or 23 bucks, is now $14.99. I actually thought about jumping on this deal as well. Morbius on 4K, guys, just came out last week. Just came out. It's already dropped $3 to $25.10 right now on Amazon.com. We got Shadow on 4K for $13.60. The Mad Max 4K Anthology for $57. So all 4 Mad Max films on 4K for $57. That's less than $15 a piece. And we got Candyman 3, guys, the Vestron video release. It was never that expensive, but now it is $7.47, and you're probably still going to get that slipcover with it as well. So great deal for that. I actually thought the Candyman 3 release was a really great release. Some cool special features, great artwork, and I didn't think the movie was that terrible. It's not good, but it's not that terrible either. I actually found some entertainment in it. So Candyman 3 Vestron, $747. Great deal for that one. Now let's get into what is new this week, guys. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out this week. We got The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent starring Nicolas Cage. Of course, it is the Summer of Cage here on the Mid-Level Media channel. This is coming out from Lionsgate. We get a 4K release for $32.99. Hopefully they drop that price, but that's what it is right now. That is way too high for a new 4K release from Lionsgate. We also got a Blu-ray release coming from Lionsgate for $19.96. A Best Buy 4K Steelbook for $34.99, a Target Blu-ray, not 4K, so it's just Blu-ray at Target for $24.99, and a Walmart 4K exclusive for $24.96 as well. Now, I couldn't find it on Walmart, but apparently they're supposed to be having a t-shirt version as well at Walmart, but the only thing I could see on Walmart.com was a different slipcover version of the movie on Walmart.com. So yeah, I couldn't find that t-shirt version on Walmart.com, but let's get into what else is coming out. We got Shaft coming out from Criterion on 4K for $34.99 and a Blu-ray release as well for $27.99. We got Fire in the Sky coming out from Screen Factory for $24.99. Definitely excited about that one. Giant 4K is coming out from Warner Brothers for $19.99. Cool looking 4K release of a classic film coming out, but still, like, with the image, I don't know if they're releasing this one with a slipcover. I know Warner Brothers gets weird with their slipcovers sometimes. They didn't do The Outsiders with the slipcover, so I don't know if I'll be picking this one up this week. Vampire's Kiss coming out from MBD Rewind for $17.98. Monday Morning coming out from MBD Rewind for $17.99. These are two cool looking titles coming out from MBD that I did pre-order for both. Again, Vampire's Kiss for Summer of Cage for sure. Definitely going to watch this one and review it on the channel this month. Uncle Sam 4K from Blue Underground for $36.49. This is coming out with a cool looking lenticular cover, so definitely a cool looking addition there. You got Bad Guys coming out from Universal on 4K for $27.96, on Blu-ray for $22.96, and getting a Target Blu-ray edition for $24.99. We got Universal Soldier receiving a Fire 4K Steelbook from Lionsgate for $19.99. We also got Rogue coming out from Criterion for $27.99. We got Arrow Video having two new titles coming out this week, including The Initiation of Sarah for $19.99 and Edge of Sanity for $19.99. So Arrow, I think, has some kind of deal going on Amazon.com or something, because these were initially $27.99 a piece. Now they're marked down to $19.99, so definitely cool stuff there. We also got some Mill Creek titles coming out this week. The retro VHS slip covers of King Ralph for $15.99 and Heart and Soul for $9.99. Recently showed these off in a Blu-ray collection update video. We also got The Brain from Planet Aris coming out from The Film Detective for $19.99. Forced Entry from Dark Force Entertainment for $22.99. Groupie from Dark Force Entertainment for $19.99. The UFO Incident from Kino Lorber for $19.99, starring James Earl Jones of all people. Definitely a cool looking title. Arthur Yang coming out from A24 from Lionsgate for $17.99. The Russia House from Sandpaper Pictures for $29.99. Richard III from Sandpaper Pictures for $19.99. The Sellers starring Alicia Cuthbert from RLJE for $14.99. Gold starring Zac Efron coming out from Screen Media for $22.99. You Are Not My Mother coming out from Magnet for $17.99. The Last Victim coming out from Decal Releasing for $20.99. Escape the Field from Lionsgate for $14.99. Private Property from Lionsgate for $14.99. New Cinderella film coming out from Sony for $21.98. The Umbrella Academy Season 2 coming out from Universal for $27.99. And IP Man The Awakening coming out from Wellgo for $29.99. So yeah, guys, tons of stuff coming out this week. So I appreciate you guys watching the Physical Media Report episode 113. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Definitely like this video. Comment down below everything that we talked about here today. What are you the most excited about? And also be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on those bell notifications, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are in the description, and we'll see you next time.